afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the flower patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right, guys, thank you all for your wonderful comments concerning the wreath that we did yesterday with the deco mesh. I also was in my business account, I had quite a few responses to it as well. And I was overjoyed with it. It really, touched me, and it's very very heartwarming of you guys. Today, though, we're not doing a wreath. Before I've started the video, I have been making by myself some bunny ears to go in an arrangement. Now, this has taken me a while I've not used any material, I've just used twine. And I have made my bunny ears from a roll. This is all I've got left. You can get grapevine on a roll, and it's very thin. It's got wire around it, so you can manipulate it. And I got the, if I can do it, got the piece of it, poured it up, squeezed it in the center at the top to give that shape of a bunny ear. And then I crossed it over at the bottom, attached it with a wire, and then I put twine around it. And I didn't want to do it while I was on camera because I know it was very time consuming, and I think I did all right. I think so. I've done them quite large because you know me, guys, I want to see them, and my arrangements are usually large. I have placed in at the bottom 2 picks on it as well, and glued them in so I can stick them into the foam. So I've been trying to make sure they're very similar, shape. I don't want one round and one pointy. So I'm going to show you. I've done my best. If I could just, so that's what I've done. 2 bunny ears, single on picks at the bottom, and I've glued the picks into where I've crossed it over. And then when I went round with the twine, I tightened it up so the picks would have a bit more support, and then trimmed off the edge of the vine. And I've got that, and I want to place them in the foam like that, and then do my arrangement in front. So I hope they look like bunny ears to you guys. They sort of do, Again, I can't get them both exactly the same, because they're handmade. But it was time consuming threading the vine. And the vine that I used is only thin. And it's only like so. So it's not very thick. You don't have to use vine. You can use Chanel yarn. You can use that, the thick yarn. You can use a little thicker rope. Again, you don't have to use what I've used. I could have used Chanel yarn, wool, but I chose not to. I wanted the rusticy look, and so I went for this. So I thought I'd do this before we started the camera, the recording. So what we're going to do it in, I've placed a block of foam inside, and I've got a spear, an ornament at the bottom. So I've put wreath wrap around the foam and put 2 pieces of odd stems that I keep from cutting from my flowers in the center to join the top foam with the one at the bottom. Now I haven't got glue at the bottom. I use the plastic frog on these. They're called frogs, where it's a round circle with 4 spikes, and then I used some oh, what's it called? I forgot. Some I forgot what it's called. Oh my goodness me. But it's like blue tack. I forgot what it's called, guys. Oh my gosh. And I use it a lot. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. So I've placed it in so it doesn't come out. And when it's in a little cup and saucer. And I want to put the bunny's ears around here, offset where the handle is. I usually go to this side anyway when I do it. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what the picks are for, to go into the foam. So that was my idea when I got up this morning having my breakfast. So I don't know if I made myself a job or not, but if you want something, you've got to do it. So with it being just the bunny ears, I've just got this out. I've been looking at my ribbons with all the bunnies on and that, and then looking at what I've got here. And again, I don't want a 63mm ribbon bow, and that's all I've got in the Easter ribbon. They're all 63mm. So I've chosen this one again. I did see another one with tulips on, but that's 63mm. And then I saw another one with Easter colours on. That's 63mm. So I've got to stock up on these. You know, I think these are 38mm. Yeah, on the 38mm. I've really got to stock up on them. I've got more 63mm than 38. So I'm going to just use this one again. It's a very Easter colour, so we'll use that. Again, I've not made the ribbon yet. I'm wanting to place in, oh gosh, I've just dropped one. Let me go and get it. It's gone over the other side of the room. I always make mistakes, mate. I've got 3 Easter eggs, and they're all pastel, so that ribbon will sit lovely with this. I've got a pastel blue, pink, and a yellow. So I will place picks in these, and I will place them as a cluster also on the arrangement, probably near the front. Sit. I also cut down off because I didn't need the full stem. I just took 4 pieces in case I want to put one at the back. Some of these again with the eucalyptus and the twiggy bits and the berries with some eggs on as well. And I wanted to probably put 3 at the front, and I thought, because I like to also always place something at the back in colour. So I've done one for the back. So we've got those also. Aren't I silly? I've also, hi hun, I've also got some conifer. I wanted to bring in a bit of conifer today. So these are where I cut off when I get them delivered. I cut several off so they're ready for when I want to use them. So I've got some of these I want to incorporate in as well. I've got some grasses out as well, so we're going to probably incorporate those. Bunnies like to be around grass, don't they? Let's get these. Now I've just got a little bit of fern out. Now it's not the usual fern that I use, it's a smaller one. I've got quite a few of these, and these are very good for outside. They are UV protected, and they are, you know, a plastic fern. They're not the rubber ones that I have. So these would be excellent for outdoors if you're doing hanging baskets or planters or anything like that. So I've got some fern, and you get 3 leaves on one stem. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 stems in a bunch. Now these are just a few scraps I've got left. I spotted them as I was getting out the fern, and these are rubber. So they're not on paperback, but they are rubber. So I thought they look a little bit like what you'd have on the top of a carrot. So I thought, well, I'll incorporate and get all those in, and let's use those up. I've also got, just in case I need a bit of something, a bit of ruscus. I've placed some on single picks just to dot around before as well, before we started, just so we could dot these single ones around. And I've also, and that is ruscus. And I've also got this. Now I've only got the last 2 stems of these, and so I'm gonna have to order some more. It's not ficus. I think it's the euphorbia but it's not the one where it's got any flowers on or anything like that. It's just the shrub, as they say. Now I have got out some, and these are rubber as well, and the leaves are rubber too. So these would be good for outside as well. So any rain on it, they'll just drop off. And these are UV protected as well. But we've got some daffodils. So I thought, let's get daffodils in. And while I thought of daffodils, I thought, let's get tulips. Hence the reason I was going to use the tulip ribbon, but the tulips on there are cerise pink. So it wouldn't have gone with this. So I got the yellow tulips out, just one bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 on there as well. I've also got these little wild daisies. I've got one bunch out of these as well. They're just white. These are silk. They're not, the stem is plastic, the leaves are plastic, but the flower is silk. So I definitely would always spray my arrangements, even if they are UV protected, because some of the flowers or foliage in there are not UV protected. So we've got those. And I decided just to get out, I've just brought some out. I should just take one bunch out, really, if I can get it out. Let's place that one there. Morning Glory, just to dot around, have a bit of morning glory in. I love morning glory. I love the shape. It's like tubular bells. They look pretty in hanging baskets as well. But I've only got the white with the green centre. I could have got the other colours, but I thought let's just stick with white. And last of all, I've cut these down again, our butterflies. I've got another one out the pack and cut 2 down off the stem. As you can see, one here, and then one was down at the bottom, and left this long one here. I left that just in case I wanted the twiggy bit to make it look like there was a new twig growing. So we've got the butterflies there again. So that's what we've got today. And as I always say, I may not be using the whole of what I've got out. So, oh, let me just grab my drink. So that's what we've got. I'm going to bring the camera down. We're going to sit down and do this. So, one moment. I hope you've all had a good night last night. I'm off to the choir tonight. Let's get this in front so I can see if it's in shot. just lift like that. So there is now this I got. Oh, where did I get this from? I think it was B&M. I had quite a few. I bought them a couple of years ago, so they were from B&M. There's no tag underneath because I've taken it off. So bunny ears. Let's get the bunny ears in. So again, I want these to sit like that at the back. So I'm going to put these in, guys, and then I'm going to come and see if I can see them on shot so you can see. So let me just cut these down. Get some glue, quite a bit of glue on. It's not heavy, but I'd rather have quite a bit of glue. Let's go here. And I'm going to go, if I can push it all the way down. Right to the bottom. So if I've got to angle it, I will. Now I'm going to want to sit that one like that. So it's got to be, I've got to place these in front. Let me just look at it as I do it. And again, they have got wiring because there was wire around the I think I may use, I've got out some floral pins, moss pins, just to hold it down, to give it a little extra. I'm going slow, I don't want to rush that. Let's put a moss pin in the other one. I'm going through a bit of the twine. I think I'm just going to bend them so they're a little bit more upright. So I'm going to have them like something like that, guys. So let me just quickly come and have a look to see if you can see. Oh my gosh, them bunny ears are big. You know me, guys. I like big. But by the time I've got everything in, they'll hardly be noticed. Oh, sorry, guys. I've been to the doctors about my chest infection. He's put me on antibiotics because I can't seem to move it not move. I've had honey and everything, honey drinks. So let's just get our foliage. So I'm gonna get some of our conifer. I'm going to bring some of this around the back. That seems to have popped up a little. Let me just hold it down. I may have to put another one of these stems, one of what I cut off when I have flowers and I shorten them. Oh my good gracious me. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on there, and I'm going to go in at an angle there. There we go. And then cut right at the top, and that'll hold that even a bit more. So I'm just bringing some of the conifer, oops, I pulled a leaf off. Some of the conifer around the back, just so, you know, we've got, oh, what have I got in my hand? I thought it felt a bit clumpy. I'm going inside of the cup here as well, just so we can bring that there. I'll bring one up here as well at the back. Bring one forward there. You can bend the center one on here so it hangs. Let's just bend that center one a little bit. And I'm going to bring one here. Well, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring one there. So I've just basically gone all around there. I'm going to just put some picks on these eggs. Let's just... They do have holes at the bottom for you to place picks in, which is good. There we go. And what I want to do with these, because I want to put my bow this side, and I want these as a cluster around here somewhere. So that would look pretty to have them there. So, but let's just carry on. In fact, 1 second. Let's make our bow. Sorry. Let's just make our bow, because I want, it will be have to be quite a big bow. I tend to do big, I look at the size of the arrangement that I'm doing, and if it's quite a big arrangement, which it usually is with me, then I tend to do quite a big bow. If it's just a small arrangement, then I will shorten the size of the bow. So the tail end I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to 8 inches, and then I could weave it through the arrangement if I wish. So I'm going to 8 inches as well for in case I want to, I could, you know, it could give me the option to chop it down and make it smaller. So I'm placing it in, going up to 6 inch, twist towards me, place it back through, 6 inch again, oops a daisy, twist towards me, five inch, twist again towards yourself, 5 inch, and then 4 inch, and then 4 inch on that side. I'm going to cut the tail end only to about here. Have another tail end going through the center. Cut that about here as well. Oops. With so that's that. I'm going to place my cable tie around it. Before I tighten it, I'm going to have that one there, bring that one to the top, one to the bottom, do the same, that in the middle. Just spreading this one out today. And because this is going in the foam, I'm using a moss pin or floral pin or U pin. People will have different names for them. Placing that through the cable tie. Cutting the rest of the cable tie off. And let's just give these a dovetail. I do like my dovetails quite deep. I don't like to have small, oops, a daisy. Let me just get that wire. You know how you see the V is quite deep. That's how I like to see mine. But everybody has their own, you know, way. Some like them smaller. So then just fluff up my bow. And that's what we're going to place in. And I want that to sit on the end here. So let's just place a bit of glue on it. I'll keep those there. I'll play around with those when the time's needed. I just wanted to get the bow in. Like so. So that's how the bow is, where it's sitting there. So I think while we're doing that at the front, we could get our cluster of, excuse me, of our eggs, Easter eggs. So I'm going to place one in. I'm going to put one lower down. So it's a bit here. Then with this one, I'm going to go higher up. So get this length of the pick higher. Slightly like that. And then the blue at the bottom. So you've got that little cluster of eggs at the bottom. Let me just have a drink, guys. I haven't got my heater on or my jacket today. I've forgotten my jacket and it's freezing. So I'm just going to hold back with the conifer. Let's put a little bit of fern in. And I don't think I'm going to put these on single picks like I usually would to get the most out of them. I'm going to keep them as 3. I'm just going to manipulate them. I tend to, with the middle, you know, the central stem, go right, then go left, just so, you know, and open, so it opens things up. I like to have my leaves on some foliage facing the correct way, because they have got a back and a front. Depending on what I'm doing, like if I did a cottage style, then, you know, a wild style, then it wouldn't bother me, because, you know, the leaves would be growing at all different angles. So, you know, front and back, you'd see. So I'm going to place this underneath the pink egg. And it's got 3. There. And they don't bend either, unfortunately. It's just the main stem that bends. So, never mind. I'm going to bring one here as well, so you can see behind the bow. They have the plastic on the bottom, and I have a thing about it, me. And I'm going to go one at the side of the bunny ears, Just turn the leaves the correct way. And I'm going to bring some around the back as well. And I'm pushing some of them, you know, right to the top of the stem. So it's like that at the back. I'm just seeing if I'm going to use these at the side. Turn that correctly. So I'm using those at the side, and I'm bringing one here as well. We'll hang that there. Isn't that pretty? I love this bow. It's very delicate. It would be great for even a newborn baby. If somebody given birth to a baby, so it'd be for a boy or a girl. So this is very rubbery. I love anything like this. So I'm going to get the most out of this, and I'm going to chop in various different places so I can get the most out of it. I may leave that one as 2. Let's leave that one as 2 as well. 1, 2. Oops. There we go. Let me just warm my hands, guys. Do you do this? If you've got cold fingertips, warm them round your cup. Right, I've got some with a couple with 2 on, and the rest have just got 1. So I think the ones with 2, I'm going to bring that one in between the bunny ears at the back, so it can sit just there. And then this one where it's got 2 as well. Let's have a look. The stems are very hard. I'm going to bring it off to just under the bow. Off to the side. So all these ones are just with 1. So let's get one at the front. Again, incorporate them throughout. I'm going to bring one up here as well where there's not really nothing there at the moment. So let's fill a bit of foliage in just here. Get some of that. If it's even hanging over, that's fine. I'm going to bring one underneath the eggs as well. So bring that there. And I've got one left. Let's bring that to the back. And incorporate that. Off to the back. I don't think that's gone in very well. No. Where's my hole punch? That's it. It's gone in. Just needs something sometimes a little bit sharper to give it that helping hand. And we've got that one at the back there. So we have now our grass. Let me bring that here as well. And that. So I'm going with different textures. So, you know, and I'm thinking about what you'd see on the garden, you know, if there's a bunny there. What do bunnies like? Tend to, you know, when you let them out the cage, they go straight in on the grass. They like things like that. So I'm taking that into consideration as well. And I'm placing this grass now just around. I'm going to bring some in front of the bunny ears, just here. I'll bring one around the back. So I'm not really making this arrangement too, you know, deep. You know, coming right to the bottom. I quite like the source, so I'd like to keep that on view. Bringing one off to the side. Bring them to the side, in the centre, at the back. That's a bit too long. And then, you know, at the front as well, I'm going to bring one just under the bow, coming at an angle. So I'm placing the stem diagonally, so it naturally falls, you know, looks like it's hanging downwards. Let's just have a look. I'm going to bring one just leaning forwards as well. So I'm going to cut this slightly shorter. And I'm going to place this in at an angle as well. So it's just leaning over the bow. I think one just under the eggs, and then, is that a shorter stem? Yes. And then we will be fine with the grass. So then we've got our grasses. Doesn't that look wonderful? I can't get that in. Where's that come from? to leave it there a moment. Even with just the, you know, the grass and the ribbon and the foliage, should I say, and the ribbon and eggs and the ears. Don't they look wonderful? I don't know about you guys in the States. Excuse me. You know how you have your own words for certain things, your own lingo, you know. For bunny ears, we would just call them tabs. Tabs. And these are tabs, you know. That's what, you know, my sort of lingo where I live. If you know, and if you say tab all, that means your ear all. Silly things like that. So I don't know if you've got some funny sayings, guys. I'm going to hold back with those two at the moment. I want to place in some foliage. If I can reach it. Oh, la la la. Now, daffodils. Definitely daffodils. Oh. Let's cut. Let's just see how high we need. I'm going to bring one. Let's just cut it a little bit. I'm going to bring one offset. So it's just leaning outwards from the side. So we're going to do that. They are push-ups as well. I'm going to bring one around the back, maybe two, we'll see. We'll just bring one so it's, we've got colour at the back. I don't, you know, I like to, I've sunk it in a little bit more, as you can see, because you'll mainly be looking at the front. What other flowers? Yeah, I'm going to place one just behind the bow as well. Again, like I say, once we've got everything in, the bunny ears won't look so big. Let's just cut this one a little bit shorter because I want to place this one down here. Coming out from the side here with the grass. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I'm going to bring one under here with the grass as well. I know some people say, well, daffodils, they stand upright. Oh, yes, they do. But you could think this one's just starting to grow. You know, give off that image that it's starting to grow and look pretty. And it's coming out from its thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got one on the back, 5. I need one up here. I think. Yes, we're going to need to have one here. I'll have that one slightly higher. And that one's there. So I don't need no more of those. I Mind you, I could put one more on the back. Let's just push one more in deep down. So it's slightly smaller than the other one. So we've got that one on the back as well. I'll save those a moment. Now our tulips. So let's see, these have got a little bit of foliage and a little bit of, looks like, I don't know, is it supposed to be lavender, white lavender with it? Let's get one in at the back first, and I'm going to put that central coming out a little bit in between the two daffodils. Not as high, but just so you can see it. And then we'll bring, I think the one where it's got foliage, we'll place that in the centre on the front. A little bit higher up. So I'm going to place this one behind the daffodils here. I can just see, oh, I can't see from the back. That's that. Just slightly higher than the lovely little daffodils. I'm going to bring one on there from the side. Oops. On the side here. I'm going to use all of these. Daffodils grow, not daffodils, sorry, tulips grow really quick and they don't flower for very long. So we're going to bring one at the bottom. I always like to bring them at the bottom just to bring them, you know, mix in what's up here, down here to balance that colour and to make that colour flow throughout the arrangement instead of just having it all up here. I tend to bring it around so we can again have it balanced out and it's not looking odd that everything's all at the top. Let's get one under the Easter eggs. We'll place that one in a bit deeper. Like so. And then one in, let's have a look. Now we'll place it at the side. As well, slightly higher than the other one. So that's how we've done with our beautiful tulips. Now our morning glory. Isn't this wonderful? Let's take the tag off. Start with the 3. These are push-ups as well with their own little bit of foliage, and that's great with the push-ups because when they have their own little bit of foliage, it also, you know, does cover your foam or your wreath, whichever you're using at the time. It helps to cover it. So, you know, as well as bring different, you know, contrast to your foliage that you've placed in and textures. So I'm gonna I've got a feeling my cat's outside the door. I'm going to bring one of the morning glory underneath the daffodil at the back, in between the two. So let that stick out slightly. I can hear him. I can hear something. Oh, I can't get that one in either. Let's make a hole for it and help it along. There we go. So I've done that so it's a bit lower down than these, because if you notice, we're staggering them down. So they're like steps going down, and under here is always, you know, the shortest area, unless you want it, you know, wispy and really far out. Now I want to do a morning glory underneath our bow, just somewhere under here with the tulip. So again, I'm not doing it with a long stem. I'm placing it up so it's got a bit of depth, so it sits amongst the bow like that. Now I have got a longer stem that I may place one of the morning glories up here. And just slightly manipulate bits of it so it comes forward. Let's use all these guys as well. Why not? Just make sure that those ears. I'm going to go wants to go down a bit there. This one, we need something around the side here. Again, it's still quite bare. So let's get floral in. Bring that colour there. And on the other side as well. It's the same there. So I'm going to place in some there as well. And I'm pushing this one down as a bit of depth. So we've got some morning glory, what looks like it's just thriving and starting to grow within the rest. So I'm going to put a taller morning glory on the back, just slightly taller, and I'm going to place that just there. So you've got that also on the back as well. Now I've got these wispy bits. I don't really think I need them. I don't know. Looking at them, they're quite pretty. Right, the eggs. The eggs. I've got 4, 3 for the front, 1 for the back. So let's have a look. That's got a chicken. Right, that one has got a chicken on. So we could bring that one to the front. Bring the ones with the berries to the front. Bring the ones with the berries to the front and this one. And I'm going to place just one, let's have a look, around here at the back. So let me just cut the stem. They are quite thick stems actually. Cut it at an angle. If you can't still get your stems in at a 45-degree angle, cut it at a 22-degree angle. That's just a even sharper point, basically. Oops, I pulled the chicken off. I pulled the chicken off. Never mind, guys. It was quite far down. I was trying to see if I could bring it forward a bit, and I pulled the chicken off. Silly me. I could place that in the centre where it bow is. Oh. Or I might put butterfly there. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. So let's just manipulate. Now these are wired all over, so you can manipulate these, place them wherever you wish, bend them, have fun. I love things like this. I'm going to place that one in the center. Oh gosh, look how thick the stems are. Just trying to cut them at a sharper angle. I may need to get these guys just to give me a helping hand, because it's very tough, this stem. Just bring the egg forward, that one up a little bit, make sure the flowers, and again just play around with these once it's in. You know, so I've done that. I'm going to bring, let's have a look. I think this one over here, the other one with the other berries over here, and this one what hasn't got any berries, I may bring it underneath here. So let's have a go at that. So that will fill a bit this side up now as well. We've got the berries there, a few little eggs as well. And this one, do I bring it down there? Or do I bring it down there? I'm going to bring it around the side like the other one. Oops, let me cut it. I'm going to use this one slightly as a bit of depth. As well. Bring the tulip forward. Fluff up our bow. Let's get that tail end and bring that around. do I bring it over? So now we have it like so. I don't think I need these guys. No, we don't need those. I may place in the odd ones of these. Let's get our butterflies in. Oops-a-daisy. My sister loves butterflies. She's got all these sparkly butterfly things and oh, she's crazy about them. So, where do we place these? In fact, what colour butterfly? You see, I can, with it being, I can place the cerise one there. You will notice it. How I did the other arrangement a couple of weeks or so ago, and I said, you know, the hanging basket, you won't see it. On here you will, because of the pale bow and the, you know, cerise butterfly, you will see it. So let's take this butterfly off. And I'm going to sit it. I can just see. I'm going to have it at an angle like that. I don't want it just directly vertical. So we're going to just place it slightly at an angle. Just a little angle. Oops, I've pulled it off. Oh my goodness, what am I like? I've pulled it off the stem. There we go. Silly me. Get that grass out of the way. Excuse me. So there it is there. Now I've got, I may chop these up individually. Keep that. I don't think I need that. Let's have a look. That one you can't really see, so I may let that one hover like I did on the last one. Put it there. Make that one look like it's flying around at the back and it's looking for somewhere to settle on the flowers. See, I've got a lovely yellow one there. The yellow one's really, really pretty. I could have one sticking on the bunny's ear. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I've got an itchy nose. I could have one, yes. Let me pull it off. Oh, I'm going to have the white one. And I'm going to, if I can, if it will stay there without coming off. I've got a feeling it may drop because there's nothing for it to stick, you know, like it's sticking on it, but there's nothing for it to push in to hold it there, because the twine's quite tight. If so, then I'll cut that piece off at the bottom. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Oh no, leave it. No, it's set hard. Right, I'm going to leave it. And then, you see that yellow one's pretty. That yellow one's really pretty. Where would I put the yellow one? Down there, guys. I'm going to snip away at this. And I'm going to bring the yellow one, just with that little yellow flower, in between where those tulips are here. Bring it in. I can see it there, it's quite vibrant. So let's just do that. I'll go in between the conifer. And I could let this one sort of like hover as well. Or I could bring it going toward, like that. I don't want to overdo it with the, I'm going to bring one at the back. I've got another one at the back. I'm going to bring the pink one. I'll save those. I'm going to keep it on this stem with the flower. And I'm going to bring this in here. So I'm just bringing that one in there. So I've got a pink one at the back as well. Right, I'm not going to bring any more of those in. I don't want the white flowers. So I'm just going to fill in with a bit of this ruscus with the bits I placed on picks. I'm getting 7 out to start with. So let's cut. Just add a little bit. And again, I'm just going round. Just wherever you see a gap now, once you've done your arrangement, you know, just place these in, or your foliage of your choice. You could use thicker leaf filler foliage. You haven't got to use thin, you know, wispy bits like this. You could use anything from Eucalyptus, ivy, floral. Let me think. Lamb's ear, if you want lamb's ear in, sage leaves, bay leaves, you know, something with a bit bigger leaf, or rose leaves. I have got those singular as well, where I bought them just the rose leaves by themselves. Yeah, you could, anything of your choice, you know, if you just wanted to cover up that bigger gap. Let's have a look here around the side. I could do with one there. That. Let's have a look here. There's one there. going to bring one coming through the centre where the eggs are. Just one. But I'm not having it where it's going to stick out too far, because I can just see a teeny weeny gap. I'm going to push it down a little bit. So there we have it. Right, so I'm not going to go any further. We're going to leave it like that. It's quite full. Let me just... And I think with the bunny ears and the eggs, you know, you can see what it's representing. I just wanted to do an arrangement where it was an Easter arrangement, because it won't be long before it's Easter and all this is over and done with. Then I shall be boxing all my Easter elements up and attachments and things, and they will be being placed away till next year. So use them while they're here. So I thought on a cup and saucer, make my own bunny ears, just make a nice arrangement, you know, especially for people who like to celebrate Easter and or having a little bit of an Easter party, or they've got kiddies where, you know, you're having a little party with the kiddies, something like this. Or even if you just want something, you know, as a Easter arrangement in your house, just to, well, I think Easter brings childhood memories back personally. So you know, to sit and have nice Easter memories, it's glorious, guys. So especially for the kiddies, it's lovely to see the kiddies, you know, doing the Easter egg hunt. It's, you know, it's great. So, you know, and just it brings a bit of a, you know, smile and happiness, I think, to people's faces. So so yes, it is quite big. So I did do the ears justice in the end. They're not looking as big as they were, but I hope you enjoyed that. Let me just see if the camera's in shot, guys. Oh, it is so nippy. Let's just bring it back a little bit. I will do a close-up. Let me just move these. I've just stood on them once, and I'm going to do it again and again. Let's put the butterflies away. I stood on those last time. So yes, if you're into doing Easter eggs and you like to celebrate Easter, you know, even again if you've got grandchildren or your own children, you know, and you want something just to have a little bit of Easter theme going off in your house, something like this would be lovely. Put those back. You know, just to have that sat upon a table or on your cabinet, you know, or on your dinner table, because it is a 360. If you know, if you look around, you will see it at the back as well. So, and the ears, so and butterflies. So I always make sure when I do things like this, I bring some elements from the here around the back, in case somebody positions it in their home where you will be able to see the bag. So at least there's something. You could place it in your window, so the people on the outside walking past your house will see this and the bunny ears, and you get the glory side as well, the pretty side with the bow. So you don't have to use a stripy bow again. I've got, oh gosh, all sorts. I've got bows with carrots on, but they're the 63 mil bows, the big ones. I've got Easter bows with eggs on, bunnies on, oh, you name it. But the thing is, I've got a thing about, I love 38 mil ribbons. I really do. But I just went through a stage of getting big ribbons for some reason. But never mind. You know, and with it being pastel colours, it matches with the eggs. I thought, let's bring 3 bigger eggs in than what's on these little pics here. And with also this foliage here, what looks like what you'd have on a carrot. I was going to incorporate a carrot, but then I thought, no, I'm going to keep it as it is. So it would look lovely wherever you place it, guys, even in the entrance hallway. And you have your family over for Easter, they walk through your door and it's on a little table and they see it, and you know, puts a smile on the face. So again, if you've got anything, you don't have to have a cup or saucer. If you've just got a pot or container or anything, whatever colour, you know, it doesn't matter. And then if you've just got some bunny ears anyway, you know, the material ones, and you just put picks on them, stick them in, fine. If you haven't and you want to make your own, again, you know, that's all I've got left off the roll, because it was, I think, about 15 foot long, and I made my own bunny ears and placed twine round. You could place ribbon round them as well, yarn, anything you like, and just create something. Be adventurous, guys. You know, you can do it. You all can do it. If you can create flower arrangements, you can create bunny ears. So give it a go. Over the weekend, you know, as well, give it a go. I'm sure you'll do a fabulous job. So I won't be here tomorrow. It's my busiest day. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. So God bless, take care, keep your comments coming, guys, and please subscribe, share and like. You know, I really do appreciate it if you would. You know, it really just gets me noticed when you type in on YouTube artificial flowers, and then my name would pop up. If you know, the more likes I get and the more comments and more people who subscribe. Sorry, I'm doing this because my hands are cold. So I'll see you all bright and early Monday. So have a great weekend. I love you all, and bye for now. Bye bye. Right, let's have a little bit of a close-up. Right, there's my bunny ears with the twine on. If you can see, I don't know what's wrong with this. Oh, I do. It's that button again. One moment. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. There we go. There we go. It's not very neat, guys, because the twine, the grapevine was all different shapes, but I've tried my best. And there's a lovely butterfly. The rubbery textured daffodil. These are, what a brilliant for outside. Really rubbery. Great. Some pink berries with a few little bits of eggs. Our yellow tulips. Our morning glory. One of my favourites. Our eggs, the yellow, the blue and the pink. Our conifer. Our fern. Our grasses. Our spiky grasses as well throughout. What else have we got, guys? Can we see it more? Oh, now a little dusted ruscus or flocked ruscus. And another butterfly. One down here hovering as well. So, sorry if I've missed anything. So I hope you enjoyed that. And oh, and our lovely ribbon. There we go. In nice pastels. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And again, give it a go. I know you can do it. And I'll see you all bright and early Monday. Have an absolutely fabulous weekend. Take care of yourselves. I love you all. Bye for now.